Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Dhanusha. I chat about self-care for millennial women who are 9-to-5ers, content creators, or have side hustles. If you're looking for self-care, you come to the right place. And if you're a returning subscriber, hello. Today I've got a really exciting video for you guys, and I actually wrote a blog post on this as well. So if you like reading, then check out the blog post in my description. But if you like watching, then stick around because I'm chatting about the 5 dimensions of self-care. So, as you know, my channel is all about self-care, and many of us still think that self-care means getting your nails done, going to luxury locations, going on spa trips, holidays, having a bubble bath, all those things, which are nice. Don't get me wrong, I like a soft life myself, but there's much more to self-care than meets the eye, and there's a lot of things to help you navigate your self-care so that you can actually prioritize your mental and physical and emotional well-being and have a happier, healthier life. Let me just, go back to basics. What is self-care? It is the simple daily activities that you do to help your emotional, mental, and physical well-being, to reduce stress, to avoid burnout. Taking care of oneself is preventative, meaning that you don't just do it when you're stressed. You don't do self-care to calm you down when you're stressed only. You do it as a preventative thing. It's like drinking enough water. To stay hydrated, you gotta drink enough water. So basically, it's the same thing, but in different aspects of your life. If you meditate once in a blue moon, is it really gonna make a difference to your life? I don't think so. So you want to meditate often, you want to meditate regularly, if that's the thing that you choose to do for you. Then it will be more effective in helping you be calmer, it will help you to be less stressed and just bring down that anxiety. So I'm going to tell you the very 5 dimensions of self-care. There's more self-care. I'll get to that at a later stage. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too many things. So I'm just going to give you the 5 basic dimensions of self-care. So the first one is physical self-care. Now, physical self-care obviously means it's good for your body. It's taking care of your body. And the 3 elements that I've chatted about on my IG, if you don't follow me there, is nutrition, sleep, and movement. Those 3 are the core to your physical well-being. So you want to make sure you got that to the T. So you want to get 8 hours of sleep roughly. You want to get good quality sleep, important. You want to have the right balance of meals, like you want to have your protein, your carbs, fats, all of that every day, eating enough. And obviously if you need help with that, see a dietitian or see a doctor that can help you with that. And then the last one is movement. Like, when you don't move, you don't know when you go for a walk, when you don't go for a walk, or when you don't exercise or do anything, your body just becomes sluggish, it becomes lethargic, you don't want to do anything, you can't wake up, you're tired. Movement is core to our physical well-being. So other than that, there's other things that you can do in terms of physical self-care. It can mean taking care of like your physical well-being. It could be like doing your hair, doing your makeup, all of that stuff, going for a walk, doing yoga. It could be spending time in nature, doing hiking, connecting with your body physically. And yeah, anything that you like. It could be swimming, it could be dancing, it could be singing, like mostly movement. So yeah, not really singing, but you get what I'm trying to go with this. Like, physical self-care can be anything that affects your body in a really good way, that's positive for you. Get the body moving, get those good endorphins, and yeah. Okay, so the next one is intellectual self-care, and you're probably like, what? Yeah. So why do we read? Why do we want to learn more? Why do we feel the need to be creative or develop and learn things? It's part of our human nature, right? The intellectual self-care is one that you may not have necessarily heard of, but you will know it because it is taking care of your mind and being creative and thinking about solutions, researching, stimulating that brain and that mind so that you learn more and you grow more and you grow your mind and you grow your intelligence. There's many of us that actually do that. We read on a regular basis, we listen to podcasts, we watch YouTube videos. Hello, you're right here. you have intellectual conversations, you chat up with your friends, you go and you watch documentaries. There's so many ways that you can learn and unlearn and grow and develop the mind. You can do puzzles, you can do Sudoku games, you can play PlayStation games. Whatever it is, intellectually your mind needs to be stimulated, and that's intellectual self-care at the very core. Very important. Healthy mind, healthy body, check. Okay, so the next one is emotional self-care, and this is basically learning how to process your emotions and how to take care of those emotions to help your emotional well-being. So for me, what works is journaling. I did a video on journaling. I'll link it up somewhere here. I really like journaling for processing thoughts and feelings and just getting it all out there. Other ways that you can emotionally take care of yourself is chatting to people, talking to people about, how you're feeling, talking to a therapist if you need to, having a support structure, just processing. Even meditation really helps with your emotional well-being, because you're trying to come back to self. You kind of feel those emotions, process it, deal with it, and come back to yourself, like your inner self, your soul. When I say self, I always mean inner self. Don't get me wrong, unless I'm talking about the physical, right? So yeah, taking care of those emotions, because what happens if you don't is basically you numb the emotions. You go and you, I don't know, maybe drink too much or do other things, or maybe just pretend that you're okay, maybe just try to take it out like by emotionally eating, which is something that I've done. Instead of understanding what you're feeling and why it is you're feeling that way, sometimes we tend to numb these feelings. So it's really important to take care of yourself emotionally. Cool. Okay, and the next one is spiritual self-care. Now this is important because besides the physical, besides the mental, besides the emotions, deep down, if you believe in a higher power or the universe or God or something bigger than ourselves, it really helps you to connect with that inner soul. So letting go of the ego, letting go of fear, letting go of what you think you are and who you think you are, and just connecting with that deeper sense of meaning, deeper sense of soul, and taking care of yourself that way. So for me, meditation still brings me back to that. Talking to people who are like-minded about these things, about spirituality, about life and death, about, the world as a whole, existence, all of that. Having that community of like-minded people really helps you. Prayer can help you. Journaling can help you. Talking to your soul, right? Recognizing soul, and just doing things that helps you connect with your spirit. So things that really bring you joy, you will find you're happiest when you do certain things, and that's because your spirit is now happier, and that's what helps you to connect with that soul. And then last but not least is social self-care. Now I know we're in the middle of a pandemic. I just hate that word at this point. Everybody's tired of being in this Panasonic because this Panasonic sucks. But we're social human beings, and we really do need that connection. We are wired for social connection. Without it, life is pretty bleak, let's be honest. Our relationships that we have with other people are at the core of our very being. You need a sense of community, and you need to have good relationships that help you have that social side of life that you kind of need. So social self-care, as you know it, is all those relationships that you have. What I do like talking about when it comes to social self-care is boundaries. Yes, you need that connection and you need that person in your life, but you also need boundaries with every relationship, be it work, personal, friends, family. Boundaries are super important so that you give to others, they give back to you, but you're not giving too much and you're not spreading yourself too thin. So you have nothing else to give. You can't pour from an empty cup. And then now, because we're kind of like in this third wave, and you don't want to, we're in the third wave, and you don't want to take chances. Virtual meeting like Skype, Zoom calls, playing games, maybe online, having video calls, maybe Zoom parties. It's still a way to build that social connection. Even just a normal phone call is, a bit safer right now. And when things get back to normal, which they will one day, then you can really go out and do whatever you feel like doing socially with your friends and and family, and get back to like doing everything outside like we usually would. I can't wait for that day. But yeah, social self-care is something that, you know, you might neglect. Sometimes you just like go into a little cave and like, oh, I've got too much work to do, I've got too much housework to do, I don't really need people, don't really need me, you know, things are cool. But trust me, when you stop seeing people like we have for the last year, you feel isolated and you feel alone, and it does affect you in many ways. So you need to just prioritize that, even if it's having a coffee date virtually right now, and when we get back to normal, just having coffee dates, movie dates, dinner nights. Like we did dinner nights, we did one in lockdown at home with just the two of us, and I ordered all the food and we set it up nicely and we got dressed up and candles and, you know, the whole shebang. So you can do that, right, for now, and when we get back to normal, it's going to be okay. So what you want to do is then write down all these 5 dimensions on a piece of paper, and then write down under those things what do you like the most, and try to incorporate more of that into your daily and weekly schedules and see how that helps you. I really do hope that you do prioritize your self-care, and I hope that this video helps you, because it really has helped me to identify what I need in my life and where I'm lacking, and then taking it from there and becoming the happiest, healthiest version of me. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, thumbs up, subscribe, share this with somebody you think that will enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, my loves.